Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you're new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lethiwe Sithole. I'm a musician right here on YouTube, and for all of you who are back, welcome back, welcome back. I would like to first and foremost to apologize for being quiet for the past 2 weeks. Life happens. Life gets busy, and but what I can say is I'll try my level best to be able to give you my thoughts more frequently, but I just don't want to commit to anything at this point. I'm just going to work and try to, to be consistent, but I'm not going to commit because life really does get busy for me. Okay. I want to say thank you to the comments that I received from the previous episode where I was talking about not being afraid of the darkness. Websile actually asked me there if I could do a video on how to create. So this is the video on how to create, or the creative process. Okay, so how does creation actually happen? I guess that's the question. How do we create? I think most of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, I want you to understand. Most of it, I think it is from the Abraham Hicks publications. I've listened to that quite a bit. So if you just want to get to understand it directly from the source or from where it comes from, I think just Google Abraham Hicks here on YouTube and you'll be able to get it. But I'm going to share just my perspective of it so that I can just share the creative process. I'm going to say creation is driven by one major force, and in my opinion, that is the desire. Desire is the force that drives creation. But I think I need to give you a backstory so you can understand a bit who we are and how this earthly plane functions. So if you think, we everything that operates here on earth, on its very smallest particle, if I can call it that, we are all just energy fields, energy vibrations, energy frequency. The atom at its smallest, it's just energy clumped up into different forms, but at the basis of all of this life is energy, if I can call it that. So the basis of all of this life is energy, which is God. The basis of all of life. So we are just vibrational beings because we are vibrational beings. We are here on this earthly plane with the purpose of enjoying the creative process. So we're here to experience the joy of creation, to feel the joy of creation. Hence the emotions are so powerful. Emotion is the energy in motion. The feeling is what gives us joy here on earth, and we actually really here for the feeling of life, because life feels good when it's good. and hence the emotions that we have. So we are particles of God. We are, if I just try and talk about it in the spiritual level, we are still connected to God on, say, spiritual way, and our emotions are what shows us at each and every particular point in time how we are lining up with God based on our thoughts. Think of it as a thought is the frequency that you beam out, the energy vibration that you beam out. That's your thought. They say you're like a cell phone. So your thought would be the vibrations that you're emitting out, and then you are connected to the greater source, the God at large, of whom, when your thoughts, whatever vibrations you're beaming out, if they are in alignment with the greater source, God, then you feel good because your thoughts are in line. Then your emotions, your feeling inside of you feels good. But if they're not, your emotions feel bad. You feel bad. It means then your thoughts are not in alignment, are in opposition with the greater source, which is God in you. Yeah. So then If we go back to the Bible then and see, if God then exists in the beginning, in the story of creation in Genesis, how did God create? If we are here as particles of God, as extensions of God, how does God create? We see that in the beginning, the earth was empty, it was formless, it was void, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the empty earth. And because of the emptiness and the hovering, God then meditated on that situation, and a desire was born out of that situation. And the desire was God desiring light to come forth from that situation. And that desire grew to a point that God spoke and said, let there be light, and there was light in a nutshell. So it shows us that creation happens when there is a desire. So the desire is a thought that you can have, you can even speak it, and you can, but it's a desire. A desire is a driving force for creation. So if the desire, now in our play, so if you've got a desire in the earthly plane, not the earthly plane, let's say in the spiritual plane, the minute you ask or you have a desire, the answer is given. So it's like your desire gives birth to energy particles of that desire, but only in the spiritual plane at that particular point in time, because the plane of creation starts from the spiritual all the way to physical manifestation. So if you've got a desire already, that desire, what you've asked for, the energy particles or whatever already exists in the spiritual plane because you've asked. So when you ask, boom, it's given. So it's like when God said, let there be light, boom, there was light. Other scholars actually explain that if you read Genesis chapter 1 and you go to chapter 2, certain things people think God was saying, let there be light, boom, light, let there be trees, boom, trees, and let there be, boom, everything that he was saying. But those who've studied further say actually there was time, because if you read in Genesis chapter 2, it talks about a point where the trees hadn't grown yet because God had not yet caused it to rain. So meaning there was a process. Hence others explain that, when geologists explain the geological formation of the earth, do explain that at some point the earth did not have plants and trees. They came later during the cooling phase of whatever, the creation of the earth. So when you're trying to link that up in terms of when God said, let there be, the earth, and let there be the trees and the plant, there was time before the manifestation. So it happened in the spiritual, but not yet in the physical manifestation. I hope I'm not too confusing you, but let me try and stick with this. So where was I? So when the desire being the driving force of creation, so meaning anything you ask for in the spiritual realm, the minute you ask, there's an answer, there's a solution, but it's still in the spiritual realm, if I can call it. So it's still like an energy field which needs to gather momentum for it to materialize into the physical manifestation. And if there's no resistance in your desire, you can easily manifest what you've desired. But you find that the minute you're asking, your vibrational frequency is in line with the question, not yet in line with the solution, the answer, which is what you're asking for. So the reason why there's usually a time lag before what you ask for and its physical manifestation is that you need to get into the same vibrational frequency as the solution that you've asked for. So it's like you asked for the light, but you're still sitting in darkness, and you are still vibrating darkness, and therefore light cannot come into your space, if I'm summarizing it and putting like that. I wanna make it too simple. I don't want to become specific, because if I'm too specific it might be difficult to explain, but I'm trying to generalize in terms of that. So it's like you sitting in darkness, not happy with the darkness, and you ask for the light, and light is given. But for you to experience light, you need to be in vibrational alignment with the light first before light manifests into your life. Okay. The creative process. What else did I want to say? Okay, I wanted to talk about the law of attraction. So the law of attraction then let's say, is the law that governs everything that is happening here on this earthly plane, let's say on the physical plane. The law of attraction then says that that which is like is drawn into each other. In general terms, that which is like is drawn into each other. So the minute you have a desire and that exists somewhere and it's there, why you and your desire are not meeting is because you are not alike at that point in time. But when you are in vibrational alignment, or you change your vibration, you change your thoughts to be in line with your desire, then that which is like is drawn into each other, then that thing manifests. So it's like the Bible says, when the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. So it's like, if you think of it, that analogy is like you've got say particles of water coming from the earth going into the sky. It's just one particle, say that's one desire, it's just one. But the minute they clump up together, enough of them together, you don't see them as they are busy evaporating into the sky. But the minute they clump up and they become a cloud and they are full of rain, they have no option but to empty themselves upon the earth. So it's kind of like that sometimes. You might have a desire, it's just one particle, and then maybe you keep on thinking of that desire, those thoughts, and they keep on growing and they keep on growing. And that thing, because now you become in vibrational alignment with whatever it is that you've desired or what you're trying to create, it has to grow, and eventually it has to manifest into the earthly plane. So that's where that one comes from. So in a nutshell, you are a creator, you are a particle of God, you are a vibrational being. Everything here is a vibration, it's energy vibration. The lowest form of if you study science, it's energy. Everything is energy. And therefore, for you to create, you have to desire the driving force, and then you need to align with whatever it is that you have asked for. That's your job. So step one, there's no way. Step one happens automatically. When you are going through this life, you're gonna find things that you don't like and those you do like. So, and hence even God, when he was in the emptiness, in the darkness, desire was born out of him. So desire is automatic with you. When you're here, you're gonna have desire, and the minute you desire, or the minute you ask, it's gonna be given on the spiritual level. Those particles come forth of what you've asked for. It's automatic. And then your step is to align with what you've desired, what you've asked for. It's to align, and that is the work. There's many processes people explain on how to align with what you've asked for, but it's basically, when you go to church, they're teaching you about faith, believing. Faith is just a belief in that what you've asked for, you can do, you can have. God can give it to you. You are God in a way, so you can give it to yourself. So that's what faith is. So that's your step. The step 3, allowing yourself, aligning, having faith, so that what you've asked for can materialize. And hence, so many people talk about, everyone had a dream, and the minute they believed in the dream, they act on the dream, and then they achieve the dream, because that's what it is. That's the creation. The dream is thinking, desiring it prior, and then the minute you desire, it's there. But getting yourself into alignment with your dream, believing it, having faith, and acting according to it causes it to manifest. That's the creative process in a nutshell. So guys, tell me what you think about it. Are you exercising your creative power to create the life that you want? That's the question, I guess. It's like, are you using your creative energy to create the life that you want? Are you exercising faith? Are you happy with the life that you're currently living based on is it what you want, that life that you're living? Okay, yeah. That's it from me for today, guys. So I'm going to wish you guys a very prosperous day. I'm going to wish you all the best with everything that you are trying to achieve, with everything that you are trying to manifest in your life. I wish you, yes, all the best, but I want you to also grow your faith, your belief in understanding who you are, your powers, your vibrational frequencies and all of that, so that you can know for sure that everything that you truly want, you can have. So go for your dreams, guys. Go and do it. Okay, you can leave me comments in the comment section below, and anyways, have a glorious day. Bye for now.